Hi everyone, welcome back to the Eat, Burn, Sleep podcast. I just felt inspired to record a podcast today and try to explain to you why it is so important to be easy on yourself when you start embarking on a health journey. I'm going to share with you all my tips here for optimal results over the long run. These are tips that I have learned over the past 12 years and even more than that, because when I was younger, I wanted to lose some weight. I wanted, like a lot of young girls, I was quite hung up on physical appearance, although I studied hard and worked really hard on those areas as well. But I just wanted to share some little snippets of wisdom and things that have helped many people, including myself, stay healthy in the long run and remove all that guilt, all that extremism that can happen in our heads and actually be detrimental to long-term results. So if you want to learn more, keep listening and let's jump right into it. So today we're going to talk about the importance of being moderate to reach long-term health. Nowadays, it's not very fashionable to not do extreme things. Everyone seems to be extreme, whether it is on political opinion. There is that, cancel culture where you're being made to inadequate if you do not think along the mainstream and along what everyone thinks and the consensus. And that's an extreme concept. And I find that there's a lot of extremism when it comes to religion, a lot of extremism with politics, a lot of extremism with any movement which seems to appear in the newspapers, on social media, and a lot of extremism when it comes to health. So let me give you a little bit of background. I am someone who has healed myself from 2 autoimmune diseases. In fact, I haven't healed myself. I manage them with an anti-inflammatory lifestyle. And the one thing I have learned, and also I knew this deep inside of me for a long time, is that anything extreme is bad for you. Extreme measures bring in extreme results. And extremes in politics have taken us, in terms of, as a group of humanity, to very dark places. Religious extremism takes us to dark places. And any extreme measure, whatever the field, can take us to bad places. So humans love a shortcut. We love a magic pill. We all want that one magic pill that we're going to be able to have, and then everything will be fixed. Whether it is your bloating or your weight issues or your hormonal issues or your autoimmune issues or your, anxiety issues, everyone wants a quick fix. But everything we do has an impact on our lives. Every thought, every movement, every food we ingest, every conversation we have, everything has an impact. So there is never going to be an extreme solution or a magic pill to erase all of that. And as I was saying earlier, having gone through health issues, my body was not responding to medication for my colitis and my autoimmune hemolytic anemia. Medication just allowed me to not deteriorate faster, but it didn't bring me onto the path of remission for those two autoimmune diseases. What I realized was that anything extreme hurt me more. Because when you do extreme things in terms of health, if you embark on a really tough diet, or if you start a really strong workout schedule, if you start doing, really strong workouts every day when you didn't before, if you shock your body, basically, what happens is you raise your cortisol levels, which is the stress hormone. When cortisol levels go up, that triggers in the sympathetic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is what allowed us, back in evolution, to run if there was a tiger. What it does is it raises your cortisol levels, releases glucose in the blood, so you had some sugar for energy. Your pupils were dilated so you could see better. All your senses were a bit stronger so you could defend yourself. You had that sugar in your blood to be able to run. But then there were functions in the body that were not essential for your survival, and that is immune system. It wasn't essential to run away from the tiger or whatever threat there was, and the digestive system. So when the sympathetic nervous system is triggered, our immunity and our gut motility stop. 70% of our immune system cells, gut-associated lymphoid tissue, sits, as its name indicates, in the gut. So when you stress, when you start a diet that's too extreme and you're putting your body under stress, when you are embarking on some crazy workouts every day, 7 days of the week, really high intensity, you're creating cortisol in your body. You are lowering your immunity and you're damaging your health microbiome, your gut microbiome. On the other hand, if you do something that is not extreme, you're supporting your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for digestive health. 60% of your neurotransmitters are in the gut, and that has a great effect on your mental health. There's a very strong link between the brain and the gut. And 70% of your immune system cells, gut-associated lymphoid tissue, being in your gut, when your parasympathetic nervous system is supported, your immune system is supported as well. So it is so important to not do anything extreme. And it's not fashionable. I know we all want, those before and after pictures of incredible transformations. But interestingly, when you do things in a moderate manner, the transformation can actually be faster and last longer. Sheryl Sandberg, in her book Lean In, talks about the fact that incremental changes in life actually have more impact than big changes, but not every day. So the very ethos of my lifestyle and what I share on eatburnsleep.com is about nurturing your body. It's about embarking on a journey of looking after yourself, not depriving your body, not depriving your soul, not depriving your mind. With love, care, attention, belief, and support, you can make anything great. So don't punish your body, don't punish your mind, love it. Every time you eat some food, let go of the guilt, enjoy the fact that it's so good for your body, that you have picked low inflammation foods, gut-friendly foods, and you're not being punished for not being able to have a pizza. It's the opposite. You're nurturing your body. And you're going to improve your body composition, improve your immune system, improve your mental health. As a result, be happier in your life, be a better person for the people who love you, be a better coworker, and be more inspiring to others, because there is this glow and this wonderful energy that comes out of you. Because if you give to yourself, you're able to give to others. And I think that's really important. So a lot of people who join the platform and start the Eat, Burn, Sleep lifestyle sometimes tell me, oh my God, Yalda, yesterday I messed up. I had this and I had that. Do I need to start again? Thinking like this is very perfectionist. And perfectionism is at the opposite of good. We don't need to start again. We don't need to start life again. It's a lifestyle, and it is meant to not be the same every day. Otherwise, what a bore life would be. There are days where you're going to be eating with your friends or celebrating, or there is Christmas or Rosh Hashanah or Shabbat or whatever, or Eid or whatever it is you're celebrating, or just going out with friends for dinner or drinks or picnic, and you indulge. Well, that's really good for you because you have had social interactions which have been shown to be the number one factor for happiness and longevity. So on the Eat, Burn, Sleep lifestyle, I really support you in going out, in having fun, in treating yourself. There is a treat system, but the whole point is to treat yourself in a manner where you get the best of both. You get the best of going out, of seeing your friends, of having a treat without impairing your body too much, and the next day just going back on that lifestyle. And as long as in the long run, you're making a majority of gut health and low inflammation choices when it comes to food, thoughts, or movement, you're on the right path. And that's a very moderate method. And moderation, is not as exciting as a magic pill, but that is where true magic lies. It's in the power of moderation. It's in the power of incremental changes. And it is in the power of self-love and nurturing your body and enjoying the ride, because food is life. So many people who have done, the reset and embarks onto the Eat, Burn, Sleep lifestyle tell me that they finally have a healthy relationship with food. And we only should have a healthy relationship with food, because if we eat good food that is not processed and we chew it properly, so we produce all the enzymes to digest it well, and we enjoy it so we can reach satiety when we're meant to reach it, then it is the most wonderful thing. It is something to be shared, something to be enjoyed, and it is not the enemy. So that is what I have learned from my journey, is the power of moderation. And I always think, no matter what I do in life, if I don't overdo anything, then I'm not going to create damage. And I remember vividly when my children were very young and I was looking into health, and I discovered, that fish oil is full of omega-3s and is anti-inflammatory. And I remember the father of my children telling me, we should give 3 pills a day to the kids. It's going to be great for their brain development. I said to him, no, we're not going to do that, because that's extreme. It scares me. We don't know. We think it's good, but maybe it's not. How about we feed them fish, more fish? And, some fish oils actually turn out to not be very good for you. Some are off, the composition is not great. And from all my research, I always come back to the conclusion that the bioavailability of nutrients, which is how we absorb them, is never higher and safer, most importantly, than in foods. Just to give you an example, garlic is a very strong anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antiviral. It's got so many properties. It's really good for you. You can't overdose on garlic if you eat it. However, you can overdo it if you take garlic supplements. So whatever I find that whatever I do in life, if I try and stick to something that's not too extreme, is the first path for safety. And what I have learned through the years of, developing this lifestyle and sharing it, is that not only it's the path of safety, but most importantly, it is the best and quickest way to short-term and long-term results. I hope you find this helpful. I was inspired to record this today. You can join the Eat, Burn, Sleep lifestyle on eatburnsleep.com by joining the Eat, Burn, Sleep platform. I share with you food lists of low inflammation foods, all my research, new recipes every week, exclusive content, meditation videos, movement videos, water retention advice, and there is advice for so many conditions like PCOS, Crohn's, colitis, psoriasis, irritable bowel syndrome, bloating, hormonal issues, candida issues. There's a section for sports nutrition, because a lot of sportsmen who work out very hard increase their inflammation because high intensity workouts are inflammatory. I've had incredible results with women with polycystic PCOS, polycystic ovary syndrome. Incredible results when it comes to fertility, because inflammation leads to infertility. Because basically when we are pregnant, the body sees the fetus as a foreign pathogen, and the immune system can be a little bit fired up. And in order not to miscarry, our body produces corticoid steroids to lower our inflammation, and a low inflammation lifestyle will support a healthy pregnancy. And a lot of people have have conceived on this lifestyle, which really fills me with joy. And so many other things. The list is endless. You can go on eatburnsleep.com, check the reviews. A lot of doctors do it as well, which for me is simply incredible. Doctors couldn't fix me, and I find myself now fixing doctors. Sometimes I just have tears in my eyes when I think about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today. If you like these little impromptu podcasts, let me know and I will do more. I wish you all a beautiful day. Look towards things that lift your soul, lift your spirits, improve your body and your mind. Thank you to all of you for listening today. I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to go on eatburnsleep.com to learn more about gut health and chronic inflammation. I would really appreciate if you could rate this podcast, and of course feel free to share it with anyone who might enjoy it. Have a beautiful day.